got any questions?
To both of you, Letitia and Cal, what prevents you guys from crashing again? Is it the medication? Is it a mindset? Or a question of both?
You want to answer it?
Personally, for me, yes, medication, definitely. Something else that works for me is running. I run, I think so Deborah and them know. Running is my go-to thing. If I'm not feeling well, I run and run and run, and that helps a crash every single time. Another thing that also really helps me is diet. To eat the right foods. So I always say to people, I still love chocolate and stuff, but I try to eat healthy, not because of my weight, but because I know it's good for my mood. Also, one of the biggest things that probably helps me or prevents a crash is friends. And like I said, friends that I trust, and I'm using Alicia the whole time, but friends like that knows me really well, that I can go to and say, I am not okay. I need you to sit with me and talk me through this. So those are my things, I think, running, diet, medication, and friends.
Medication is the most important because that really holds you on equilibrium. And family and friends. If you're surrounded by people who love you, and I know it sounds twee and all that sort of stuff, but it's true. If you have people who understand you, like my family understands me, they do think I'm a nut job. There's no question about that. They do think that. But they're always there. They're always there to help. I never have a problem with that. So that's basically it. Thanks, Johnny.
Simple answers, but it makes a big difference.
Just one more, if I may. Kyle, sorry. Cal, when did you figure you're an atheist? Was it when God kicked you off a cloud, or was it because of the, you're crashing?
Johnny, no, it had nothing to do with bipolar. It was more questions. I question a lot. My whole life is about questions. And I have things that again, I don't want to harp on it, but it is in the book. There's a whole chapter on, it's called God is Bipolar. You'll find it in there. You've read it. And it explains why actually I'm an atheist and why I'm not against religion at all. People use it as an anchor, and they use it for very pleasurable parts of their life, and they go to church and they're happy, and I don't have a problem with anybody's religion. It's fine. Where I have a problem is something that we call a invisible man in the sky. And I want to know what or if or where or why this invisible man exists. And to this day, it cannot be proven to me. It's like people say, but you must prove to me there's a God. That there isn't a God. I can't prove a negative. I can't prove there isn't a God. You must prove there is. So I'm sitting on the comfortable seat. You've got to tell me how this works. And that's the questions, the types of things that I ask. So we have conversations, Debs, in our own family. Letitia has a problem because she doesn't have that around her. So for me, I don't know how else to do it other than the way I do it. But we become friends with each other, like Letitia and I become friends. She knows that she can phone me at any time, and if she's crashing, I can help her. So it's quite simple that we help bipolar people. There's a saying that the only people that know what bipolar is bipolar people. And that's how it works. We can help each other a lot because we understand what these crazy dips are, or the manic episodes are. That's basically it.
Yeah, probably a question for both of you. When you decided to write a book, how hard is it to remove the filter and be brutally honest and expose yourself and put it down on paper?
For me, it was extremely hard. I've got to be honest. So I wrote the book, and just before I published, someone said to me, they read the book and said, "Are you actually ready for the world to read about all of this?" And I've got to be honest, I burst out in tears and I wasn't sure. And I said to myself, people are going to judge me. They're going to think I'm crazy. It was very, very hard for me. It was really tough. If you read my book, I talk a lot about all of the mistakes that I've made in life as well. The positive side is I'm grateful for the mistakes because they helped me to learn. But best way I can describe it was really, really tough and really nerve-wracking for me to be that open and honest and vulnerable in a book where everyone can see it and read it.
We know the opposite. For me, it was easy. I sat down and I wrote the whole book in 6 weeks. And then it took 2 years to damn well refine it. So I did it in a nice time, but you have to go over the time with the editor and refine the book properly, and then it comes out, the way you want it. The first 6 weeks that I did it was just the chapters and what I thought about writing and all that sort of stuff. And it was a nice body that I put together. And then the slog starts. And different to Letitia, I was quite happy to do it. I was quite happy to bring out the demons, if I can put it like that. It was very cathartic. It made me feel very good. I was very worried about the family because I do name names. Crescent Clinic was my second home for a while. It wasn't so bad, but I was getting tired of the psychiatrist saying, so how does that make you feel? Because it's just, what do you say? What do you say to a psychiatrist who says that? I felt bad this morning. Okay, let's give you 10 more meds. It's crazy. But I have to be thankful that the psychiatrist that I had did get me right. It did take a while, but it does take a while. And anybody who does crash, don't think they can go to a psychiatrist or a doctor and get meds that are going to fix them. They cannot do it. It doesn't work that way. It's a cocktail. And just to sort of go a little bit this way, most of us self-medicate once in a while because we think we can get off these meds because our lives run with these meds. So we think we can get off them. Now, I, at the time, took 9 tablets. Some in the morning, some at night. And I decided if I take 1 tablet away per week, this is a really cool idea. In 9 weeks, I'll be free of medicine and I can live my life normally again and happy the way I always am. And I did try it for about 3 weeks. I took 3 tablets away, but what I didn't know was that the tablets interact with each other. The one tablet works with this tablet, works with this tablet, a little bit of that works with that. That's why it's so difficult for a psychiatrist to get it right. Because he has to play with these tablets for so long. And that's why it took 4 years. Tish, how long did it take you to get your tabs right? Probably short, a little bit?
No, actually, since I was 23, 3 years.
3 years, so 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Bipolar is now finally becoming a recognized disorder, much more than it used to in the past. I say by most intelligent people, anyway. And as I say in my book, and I'm very, very much, this is my mantra, is if you still feel it's a stigma, then don't feel sorry for me, feel sorry for yourself for not understanding me. That's my mantra. Thank you. We also live one day at a time, Tish and I, and everybody else is bipolar. We live for 24 hours. And if this book had any other name, it would have been 24 hours. Every 24 hours, our life changes. So if we have a bad 24 hours now, we say to each other, you've got to make it to the next 24 hours. You'll be okay. And it works that way. So never give up on someone with a mental illness and all be healthy. Thank you.